are now my darling.
Hey, what is up everybody, it's your boy KingKeenan. So as of the 2nd of March, the day of which I'm recording this video, I have officially hit 60 active days in Genshin Impact, which is not a lot of time played considering we are talking about Genshin here. It's a type of game that requires hundreds if not thousands of hours of time played in order to really accomplish something. With that being said, however, the amount of things I have been able to achieve within the last 60 active days or 2 months playing this game, because I haven't really missed a single day since I started playing, let's be honest here, is quite astounding to me, and I think it kind of makes me a no-life. How much of a no-life, you may ask? Well, that is kind of the point of this video. I'm here to showcase exactly how much I've been able to do within the last 2 months of playing this game. Just before we get into the whole showcase though, if you guys enjoyed today's video and want to see more content like this on Genshin or any other game or any other content that I make, be sure to subscribe down below. Okay, we like 40 subscribers off of that big 2K subscriber goal. And if you guys enjoyed today's video or showcase overall, be sure to smash the like button and let me know down below in the comment section what you were able to achieve within your first 60 days of playing Genshin Impact. To be completely honest with you guys, I never thought I'd be making a video like this showcasing what I've been able to achieve in a game such as Genshin Impact. And the fact that I am right now, well, it's rather funny to me. You see, for most of my life, I've never enjoyed playing these types of games. I've never enjoyed really playing anything outside of shooters like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Rainbow Six Siege, and anything along those lines. That's been my life. That's what I've always enjoyed playing. And yes, I've played a number of games and different game styles throughout my life. Racing games. I've put a couple hundred hours into Warframe, a bunch of different multiplayer, just little joyful games, I don't know, Fortnite and all that stuff. And I've played a couple single player games, but most of the time I don't really play them, and because of my grind mentality, if the game is really entertaining enough and I play a single player game, I have 100% completed those games. God of War 2018 being the latest on that list. I've also done The Witcher 3, Need for Speed Heat, I think. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is another one that comes to mind. Yada yada yada. If the game really keeps me interested and my grind mentality kind of just takes over and I just no-life the game. Still, a game such as Genshin, a gacha/RPG with cooperative functionalities to it, has never really been on top of the list of games that I really feel like I wanted to grind in my life. However, with enough peer pressure from my friends that kept nagging me to try the game out, here we are. A 60-day showcase of my Genshin career so far. I say career, but I haven't made anything out of this game. I've just put a lot of time into it, and it's kind of a waste to a lot of people, you know, but I'm a gamer, so only gamers will understand these types of things. Let's start off with a couple of things that I could show you right now on the screen. I am standing on the statue of Anemo. Mondstadt being the starting area, I feel it was a appropriate place for me to begin. Rank 50. Okay, 60 active days, 50 ranks, nearly max rank 50. For some time I was on rank 45, didn't really want to ascend, and then I just figured, well, considering you have to do another ascension quest at rank 50 in order to progress further all the way up until rank 60, I may as well just get here and just keep stacking XP over rank 50 until I can pretty much just go straight to rank 60 at some point. I'm not looking right now to go any further than rank 50 or world level 5. I might turn it up to world level 6 just for the fun of it. But just in general, I'm not looking to progress any further than this for quite some time, because I want to first get some good team compilations, get a bunch of good characters up there, higher levels, good artifacts, etc, etc. Obviously, the art of artifact farming is a lengthy process. It can take months at a time. It is all luck based, and it's a grind to get other artifacts to level up artifacts. So that's a whole nother grind on its own. I have started diving into it a little bit. I have done a really good progress, at least when it comes to Hu Tao, but nothing else really. And there's just a bunch of characters that I still want to ascend to Ascension 6, yada yada yada. Speaking of characters, we'll get into that a little bit later, as well as my team compilation and all of that good stuff as well. So don't worry, this might be a bit of a lengthy video. I'm trying not to make it too long, but it's just a fair warning if this is a bit of a lengthy video. It's because there's a lot of things that I need to cover. So let's just go over to the next thing. Achievements. I've gotten 384. I have 100% completed some of the series that you can get, but I will say that I have never gone, okay, for the most part, I do not go for achievements. I do not achievement hunt whatsoever. 382 of these achievements, all naturally gained. Okay, the only 2 achievements that come to mind that I've actually gone for is being killed by a boar, because I only do like 100 damage, so it's kind of a pain, and unless you're like really new to the game, it kind of just won't ever happen unless you're like really unlucky, I guess. The only other one is killing a falcon out of the air with a bow and arrow. That one's a bit of a pain because like bullet velocity in this game is kind of shitty, so it's hard to hit a moving target, basically. Let me just put it that way. 2 achievements that I've actually gone for, 382 achievements as of right now that I've just gotten over time by exploring and doing stuff. Next up, the adventure handbook. Okay, completed all 9 chapters of the experience section. All of them are done, as you can see. I have not done in battle yet because I do not have a good, in my opinion at least, a really good cryo character and a really good electro character. Unfortunately, I pulled Wanderer instead of Raiden. I did go for Raiden, okay, but I was still very brand new to the game. Wanderer was my first 5-star, and I couldn't get enough resources to get Raiden as well. As for Dendro, I do have a good Dendro character, but I haven't leveled him up yet because I haven't had any need for him yet. Everything else is kind of just, you know, it's the adventure handbook. I obviously added this new feature in the latest thing that you get rewards for doing the Archon quest. As you can see as well, I have not yet unlocked the chasm. I'm about to though, because it's here, it's in my book. I'm getting close to it. And then the rest, well, I mean, it's the adventure handbook. Archive entries, 1,155. Don't know if that's even relevant to this type of video, but there you go. 1,155 entries. Overall map exploration. The map is in my menu, so why not just go over it? Mondstadt, pretty much 100% complete. Besides Starfell Valley, I have no freaking clue what I'm missing for that 2%. I pretty much did everything on my interactive map. Might be some hidden quests or stuff that have respawned after certain patches. I have no idea. I'll still sort that out. For now, I don't care though. Dragon Spine, 100% complete. I am making sure I have 100% completed. I have not done challenge chests. Like, I've done challenge related things naturally as I come across them. I have, however, gone specifically for chests and stuff like that. So I have done a lot of exploration. Being an F2P player, outside of quests and events that come every now and again, exploration is one of the main resources for Primo Gems. And I'm not going to do it here on my PC, but I'll showcase the image in part editing as to how much over the last 2 months, Primo Gem wise, I have gathered just by adventuring and exploring. Spoiler alert, as you can see, it's like 70+% most of the time. The rest is kind of just quests, dailies, chests, events, yada yada yada. So exploration has been a very important thing to me, at least because, well, I am F2P, I'm a free-to-play player. I don't want to spend money on the game unnecessarily, and I haven't at this point spent any money on the game outside of the battle pass. I bought it last season, and I haven't bought this season's battle pass. I don't really know if I want to. So the only money I've spent on this game as a whole in the last 2 months was 1 battle pass. Moving further along, I am starting to slowly but surely work my way through Leeway's exploration. I kind of just moved through the Archon quest because I needed to get to Inazuma, so I haven't really gone back and done complete exploration. Everything is averaging around about 60 to 70 odd % for everything in Leeway, so I have done quite a lot of exploration as I'm naturally just going through quests and stuff, but I haven't specifically gone for exploration there yet. And it moves down along the way. Sea of Cloud 71%, Lisha 65%, although this is moving more into Sumeru territory. As for Sumeru itself, 50 odd % here, 60 odd % there, all natural progression. Haven't done it. Chasm, I don't even know, I'm up to 25%. I haven't even looked at that place much whatsoever. Further along though, 40 odd % when it comes further and further into Sumeru. Desert onwards is pretty much around about 20% or less for everything. I've opened up the entire map, and things I've gotten along the way, I've gotten whatever, but I have not specifically explored and gone for chests and stuff in these areas. So there's a lot of potential currency that I can earn pretty much, which I just haven't done yet. And I'm still progressing. Again, I've had 60 days played, not much more than that, so there's a lot more for me to explore, to earn. As for Inazuma though, Nakarama Island, Narukami, what am I saying? These words are hard, okay? They have really hard names in this game, I will say. 100%, Kanazuka 97%, Yashoiri 100%, Watsumi Island 90%, Sarai Island 99%. I don't, again, just like Starview Valley, I don't know what the hell I'm missing there. I'll figure out at some point. And then Surumi Island, 78%. I haven't really done all of that because most of it is just like really high tier chests that only give you blueprints for your Seren teapot, so I just don't really care, honestly. The only other place I can showcase is one of the 2 rounds in Nakamia, 100%. Okay, I've done everything here. There's some challenges that I can do here and there, which I'll get back to at some point. Overall exploration though, and all of the sigil collections and openings, all done, all quests done, yada yada yada. It's done, 100%. I just ran through it in like a day and a half. I just went for it, and it helped me complete something significant, which I'll get to in a moment. So, as you can see, and like I mentioned, exploration is very important. I have done a lot of it. I have literally gone on the interactive map and just pest hunted and sigil hunted and, well, Oculus hunted, not sigil, but hunted for things, and that is how I earn majority of my primo. That is where I earn majority of my XP, and why well, I do a lot of farming as well. So it's a big part as an F2P player. I would say more important than quests, Archon quests, any of that stuff. I would definitely say that exploration is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to earn primo gems in this game. And yes, it goes to a certain extent unless they extend the map, but for the most part you can get a ton of rewards, and it's really rewarding to explore in this game, which is one of the reasons I fell in love with it. Not only is it a game that I can easily grind, that I can put a lot of time into and actually enjoy the grind, but it's actually really rewarding to do so. Speaking of something that is really rewarding, statues and trees and whatnot. Oftentimes a very major pain to do all the exploration and collection for all of the Oculus, but Mondstadt being the easiest, I would definitely say by far the easiest. Max level on the statue. My camera is completely in the way. Give me a moment. Like I was saying, statue of Animo, 100% complete, level 10. Statue of Geo, 100% level 10 as well, complete. Moving over to Inazuma, statue of Electro, 100% complete as well. Dunzo, level 10. Statue of Dendro, as you can clearly see already, not maxed out, only level 4. Okay, well, nearly level 5. I've collected pretty much around about, I don't know, like 90 Dendroculus at this point. Again, I've not done much exploration in Sumeru itself, so obviously I would not have the statue maxed out. Kind of not something I'm aiming for right now. Again, I want to start clearing out Leeway, and I want to complete clearing out and go back on Inazuma and Mondstadt just to make sure, as well as Dragonspine, just to make sure I've completely cleared out as much as I possibly can within those areas. So statue of Dendro, after I'm done with Leeway, after I'm done getting 100% completion for the most part in all of these areas, challenges, as much primo as I can pretty much suck out of these places. No weird side effects to that whatsoever. Is, well, yeah, okay. After I'm done with all of them, I'll be coming back here and getting Dendro done. Speaking of going back and doing things, this took me quite a few days to complete. Max level on the Frostbearing tree. There are a lot of quests and stuff, and obviously there are like weekly challenges that pop up every 4 days or something to get Crimson Agates. It's something that I had to go back to quite often and do quests that take multiple days as well. But yeah, max level on the Frostbearing tree. So that one's also done in Dragonspine. Also back on the realm I'm not going to try to name again because I've probably already done a terrible job of it. If you consider the sigil activations within this place as, I guess, a form of a tree for this specific area, then yes, that is also 100% complete. That I've done and opened all of them. Now heading back to Inazuma, okay, where my beautiful Yemuku, definite waifu material right there. She's been kind of just sitting here for the last 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, it's all part of a story quest, and I haven't done it yet because I've been doing other things. So she's just big chilling here. Sacred Chakra, another thing that took me a really, I wouldn't say a really long time, but it took me quite some time. Okay, also max level 50. Obviously these work entirely off of sigils. It was one hell of a grind, but it was a grind that I really enjoyed, and that is mostly the reason as to why the entirety of Inazuma is pretty much 100% complete, as well as, again, that other realm. I'm not going to mention its name because I can't say it and I'm going to butcher it. Also provides a lot of electro sigils, so that is mostly the reason as to why most of Inazuma is 100% completed. I wanted to get the tree done before I really start progressing further on. My word, my mouth is dry from all this talking, and I've still got quite a few things to go over. Okay, I promise it gets more interesting. And I mean, I'm still gonna be showcased as pretty much a no-life for doing all of this, so that's irrelevant at this point. Speaking of progression, though, quest-wise, my Archon quest at the moment is pushing me both into, I think, the Chasm, which is the next realm that I need to unlock, and Sumeru. The Archon quest is pushing me out of Inazuma towards Sumeru and the Chasm. So that is where I am currently sitting. I have not really gone forward with it because there's a ton of world quests that I would like to complete right now. I'm kind of running back again, going back stepping, tracing my steps back, getting all of these completion things done. And a large portion of the completion is also world quests for every area. There is some world quests on this list right now that is part of Sumeru because I've kind of just delved in there whilst I was doing some exploration or farming for characters. But majority is like Leeway, or here in Inazuma as well. There's quite a few quests that I need to get completed. The rest, I also want to do a bunch of story quests that I unlocked and hangout events that I unlocked that I haven't gotten to yet. So I've currently only got 2 Archon quests, one pushing me towards the Chasm, one pushing me towards Sumeru, but I'm chilling for now. Again, I'm not diving too much into Sumeru as of yet. Mostly, I have done quite a bit of exploration and done a few things in Sumeru, but mostly I want to clear out the rest of the map first. The last few things I can really talk about level-wise that I have been slowly but surely progressing is, I suppose, reputation, because that also involves quests and your world quests. So a good example of this here in Inazuma, currently reputation level 4. There is no way to max out any place's reputation as far as I'm aware of by just doing quests or exploration. Okay, I've still got quite a few quests in Inazuma left to do, world quest wise, and exploration overall 92%. Up until 60%, everything after that is irrelevant towards your reputation. The rest takes a very long time. There's no way to further progress it in a faster manner outside of bounties and requests that you only get once a week. As for Mondstadt, surprise, surprise, I have not gotten it completely done. I'm currently reputation level 7 out of 8. 7 out of 8. So I'm nearly done with it. Okay, all of the world quests done in Mondstadt, 100% exploration. Bounties and requests, again, limited to a weekly amount. And if you do it in another place, you cannot do it in the other place as well. Currently, I will get back to this. I want to complete Mondstadt, but currently I'm just doing stuff in Inazuma because I want a certain thing that will allow me to glide 30% faster for 30 seconds. It's a gadget. I really want that. It really helps with exploration. So once I get that, I'll go back and complete Mondstadt and then Leeway as well. Speaking of Leeway though, let's go over there and see my reputation, which I do not know off my head whatsoever. My Leeway reputation 3. I've still got a long way to go on this. I think they all go up to level 8 or 10, I'm not sure. As you can see, still quite a bit of quests to do here in Leeway. 62% overall exploration, but it's only relevant up until 60% when it comes to your reputation. So still quite a bit of things that I need to do here. It's kind of, this is all natural progression. I haven't done bounties and requests here. I've only started doing bounties and requests specifically in Inazuma. Once I get the thing I want though, I'm going to go back to Mondstadt. Then whilst I'm busy exploring throughout Leeway, I'm going to be completing this side of the reputation world. As for Sumeru though, completely irrelevant. I don't think I'm even slightly progressed. I think I have done some world quests when it comes to Sumeru, but it's completely irrelevant. I don't think I've even reputation level 1 yet. So until I get there, that's just not part of everything. Whatever. A little side note, my can't even think about it, Spiral Abyss, I've gotten 8 to 3. So I've gotten down into the lower level of the spiral where you obviously get reset, all that good stuff. I haven't really done too much. Again, I am really working right now on getting multiple team compilations, good team compilations, better characters, leveling up and improving on characters. Then I'll really start doing the Spiral Abyss. I do it for events and battle pass and that type of stuff. So I do make some progression every time, but I'm not looking to clear it out entirely every time it gets reset. At least not for right now, until I am strong enough to do so, or just have a good enough team comp to do so. Now that we've covered pretty much all of the exploration and completion and achievements and all of that good stuff that I've been able to do so far within my 60 active days of playing this game, let's talk about characters, what I've been able to obtain, what I've been working on, my team compilations, the weapons that I've been able to get, artifacts, etc, etc. In total, I have been able to unlock and obtain 24 characters, 23 if you exclude Traveler. 5-star wise, okay, I'll get to that in a moment. You can already see some of them anyways. Palai, you get out the Spiral Bus, okay. 4-star characters that I've gotten through wishes though. Yunjin, don't use her really much. Toma, completely by accident whilst doing weapon banner pulls. Dumb of me to even say that I've done weapon banner pulls, but I've done weapon banner pulls. Kujo Sara, gotten her. Sayu, gotten her. Yanfei, I don't know if you get her naturally or not. I can't really remember. But I got Yanfei. Rosaria, also can't remember if you get her naturally or not, but I got her. Xingyang, got her. Sucrose, also pulled her. Noelle, obviously you get her, I believe, out of the junior, apologies here my mic, the junior or novice wishes, okay? I use her a lot though. So Noelle, Fischl I've also gotten, Ningguang I've gotten, Xingqiu I've gotten, Baido I've gotten, Xingling I've gotten, Barbara, Lisa I think you get naturally, Fire I think you get naturally, and Amber I think you get naturally as well. As for 5-star characters, first ever 5-star, Wanderer, extremely good, amazing for exploration. Insanely good for, I keep hitting my mic, I'm so sorry. Insanely good for exploration. If I didn't have this character, I don't think I would have done as much exploring as I honestly have, because, well, he's just insane for that exact reason. He can literally fly around and get to things that most people cannot do, and it's basically a cheat code for adventurers. The second 5-star I was able to pull was actually Mona. Again, as like I said, I went for Raiden. It didn't work out so well. Right after I went for Wanderer, I pulled Mona. Not complaining though, I do use her as a burst support, so she's there. The third 5-star that I was able to obtain is Alhaitham. He is the Dendro character I was talking about, that I have a good Dendro character, but I have not leveled him up. Because, well, that means that I have to do exploration in the desert. I'm not up for that as of just yet, but I've got him. So when I eventually get there, I'll work on him. Then my latest and greatest 5-star character, someone I really love and I use a lot, and my main DPS, Yu Tao. Insane character, by far the best pyro character, and, well, that's not in my words, that's what other people say, but considering how insanely good she is, I can honestly believe them. So yes, 24 characters in total, 4 of which are 5-star, excluding Traveler, of course. Poor Traveler. Very good, okay? 2 months of playing, 4 5-star characters. I haven't gotten a constellation on any of them, but I still got them, so I'm really happy, and my wish luck so far has been pretty damn good. I have also pulled multiple 4-star characters over, okay? Constellations like Yanfei, Xingqiu, Rosaria I pulled a few times. I pulled Pujo more than once. Pulled Lisa more than once. I pulled Yunjin more than once. Ningguang more than once. There's a few characters that I have pulled more than once, 4-star wise as well. Beidou, especially when I was going for Hu Tao. There's a few characters. I could have obviously gotten more characters than what I have right now, but I pulled more than once on the same character, unfortunately. I'm not complaining though. If they ever become viable for me in the future, I will definitely be using them. Ascension and level wise, I've only recently hit level 50, like I said. Only got two characters currently ascended all the way to Ascension 6. That is Wanderer, which is something that I did just the other day, and of course my lovely Hu Tao max level as well, because, well, main DPS I grinded the hell out for. I want to do Noelle because, again, I said I use her quite a bit. Mona I will do at some point as well. I have Yanfei up until Ascension 5, and then I kind of stopped using her because I got Hu Tao again. Traveler, irrelevant. I am working on getting Xingqiu up there because I want a good Hydro DPS, and he's pretty much one of the best Hydro DPS. So I've got him high up there. Rosaria, kind of working on her because I need a cryo character, and she's pretty much the best cryo character I have right now, unfortunately. Alhaitham, again, like I said, haven't grinded much. Only got him ascended to Ascension 1. So I will be doing that further on. And for the most part, I think Kujosara is up there a little bit. Lisa I used a bit. Barbara I wanted to use, and then I didn't really need her. Everything else from this point onwards, up until level 20, just so that I can get the free reward, pretty much. That's the only reason I got them up there, and because it's really cheap to get your character to Ascension 1. Artifact-wise, I got max stat artifacts on Wanderer currently, but it's not the correct builds for him. I need to go artifact farming specifically for Wonder, but these kind of kind of do what I need them to do, and it would be a lot better if I had the correct artifacts again, but they do enough. I'm running 4-star artifacts on Noelle. I haven't done any farming outside of one 5-star that is level 20. Again, not the correct build, but it works for now and what I want her to do. Hu Tao, max level artifacts. I've gotten almost everything I want. There's one substat on the hat that I do not want, and there's one substat, well, there's one entire artifact that I want to replace as well, that has an overall stat that I do not like. So I'm nearly actually done farming for my Hu Tao, although I really just wish I had more crit rate. I've got a ton of crit damage. She does a ton of damage. I don't do it enough though, which is what I really need to get done with. But she has a really good energy recharge, so I'm happy with that. She's good overall for now, although it could be better, and I want to get her better. Mona being my 4th character in my main team comp, also only 4 stars. Haven't done any farming for her, pretty much not even leveled up. She's kind of just a support character for me anyways. The last thing I want to cover concerning characters themselves is, well, my main team compilation. You're looking at it right now. Well, kind of, because my camera is again in the way. Gosh damn it, man. Wanderer, Noelle, and then Hu Tao, and then of course Mona. So my team comp is a bit weird. It's not a suggested one, but it's one that I like and it's really worked for me. I've got Mona as my support. Again, I need to do artifact farming, but I'm mostly going to be building her into a burst support for Hu Tao. Obviously, vaporize damage between her water and Hu Tao's fire. Hu Tao for the main part, my main DPS. She does a ton of DPS as long as I do it right, and I once in a while get actual crit damage, because again my crit rate's way too low, but she does a ton of damage. Noelle is my main support and healer and defense. It makes no sense, and there is a way to build her as a geo DPS character, but all this time, honestly, I've just built her for healing as well as defense. Hu Tao being the way she is, pretty much wanting to off herself every time she uses her E ability. Trust me, Noelle works beautifully. I built her into defense because her ability is based off defense when it comes to the healing aspect. She does a good enough amount of healing for both Mona and Wanderer, and she does just enough healing because, I mean, my Hu Tao has like 30,000, well, 31,000 HP, which it could be more, but right now it's really good. She does enough healing to get her up until like 50%, so that Hu Tao doesn't get run through, and I can just keep popping her ability over and over. Not to mention 2 facts. One, obviously, shielding all of my characters, so even if they're lower based HP wise and do a lot of damage, they are well protected because her shield is very well constructed. I guess it lasts a good amount of time, and it can take a lot of damage because of one of her talents being any of the characters drop below 30% HP, they will automatically get a shield. So you could pop a shield like what I'm doing right now, use whatever on Hu Tao, and if her health, even though the shield is now timed out and Noelle can't pop another one, if her health goes below a certain point, she automatically gets another shield. I don't have to build defense into her. Obviously, Hu Tao has a good amount of defense, but Noelle, it just works like magic. I'm not joking. Lastly, a secondary DPS. So I got 2 DPS, a burst support DPS, and a healer slash support for Noelle. Wanderer, insanely good, not just exploration wise, which is what I mainly was just using him for, but I've also built him into a good amount of DPS. He does a lot of crit damage and has a really good crit rate compared to Hu Tao as well. When my Hu Tao's ability is down, when Mona's ability is down, this is your man right here, because he can constantly swirl off of Mona's burst and water, as well as Hu Tao's blossom. It works insanely well. It may not be recommended, it could probably be better, but for me right now, F2P, not buying my way into multiple characters and other things and trying to get specific characters, it works beautifully for what I want. And other than that, I just switch out Mona whenever I really need something specific, like Kujakara, when I need a bow and arrow or electric. I'll hype him again, just as a little bit of support whenever I need a specific type of character that doesn't meet my current elemental, well, what I have right now, elemental wise. Oh my word, I'm gonna be through my energy drink before this video even gets done. And it's not just because I'm not low on energy, it's just I've been talking so damn much, and I do apologize. But then again, that's kind of the whole point of this video. I expected it, and if you find it boring up until this point, well, I'm not really surprised. It's not supposed to be super entertaining. It's kind of just to showcase how much of a fucking no-life I have been on this game for the last 2 months. And I openly admit it and embrace it. I do not mind. I love this game. Also, it keeps my sanity pure when it comes to Call of Duty. So that's a plus. One of the last things I want to cover is the weaponry that I've been able to obtain and the weaponry that I use. Again, F2P, one hell of a grind to get good weapons, even getting good F2P based weapons for characters. I've done weapon banner pulls, like I said. Okay, Utah, Staff of Homer. I got it. It's currently Ascension 6, max level, insanely good. For Wanderer, Skyward Atlas, his second best weapon. Okay, at least for my build and my type of build. Currently Ascension 5, nearly Ascension 6. I'm done. I'm busy with a little bit more farming, and then I have it Ascension 6 and get it straight to max level as well. I got the Mappa Mare 5-star weapon. I used this one on Wanderer for quite some time, as well as Utah as well. But I switched it over to Mona. Utah currently has Solar Pearl, which is the only weapon I got out of the Battle Pass. Again, I've only had the Battle Pass once. That's the only thing I bought in this game. Solar Pearl, I may switch it over to somebody else. Again, I don't really use Utah unless I need it for a specific thing, but I did main her at some point or another. Dragon's Bane, I used this one and I got it. I think I can refine this thing to max refinement, honestly, because I've got a bunch of extras when pulling for Utah. But I use this weapon, basically the Dragon's Bane, on Utah herself. White Blind for Noelle. It has got really good defense stats, which allow me to, as you can see, I've got a Favonia's Great Sword as well right here. And I've had this leveled up because I wanted to use it initially for Noelle, but that is more for a DPS build. I switched it back over to the White Blind because it gives defense, which boosts her healing capabilities. Further along, I've got the Sacrificial Sword for Jinxu, because that is actually his best weapon. And I don't remember getting it, but I got it. And I've, as said, I'm busy leveling it up, and I've got this weapon nearly max as well. Rosaria, I'm slowly leveling it up a little bit. I've got the Dragonspine Spear, which is her best F2P weapon, pretty much. I've also got the Eye of Perception. I got it a long time ago. Used it a little bit when I didn't have any other good weapons for Noelle. No, not for Noelle. For Mona, as well as Utah. Not Utah, what am I saying? For Yanfei. But obviously, I got better weapons. Stopped using it. I don't find it really useful. Everything else in my catalog, though, 5-star wise, 4-star wise, sorry. I've really leveled them up. Like I said, yeah, 3 more Dragon's Bane, so I can refine it. But I'm kind of keeping them for in case I really need them. Everything else, though, I may need at some point or another, but I got a bunch of different ones. I'm sure you guys can make up by the images what exactly they are, and obviously I've got some more stacked up, and I need a lot more of these. Honestly, I need to go make a lot more of these. For leveling up, because I'm about to ascend this to Ascension 6, and it takes a really large amount of XP to get them max, and obviously you don't earn them naturally. Artifact wise, I'm running like 1,085 right now, just farming up some stuff, and I've got a bunch of food for when I actually want farm, when I want to level up artifacts. And I say that so freely, but it takes like 500 to get something to max level. I've also got a bunch of other farming things, a ton of food, doesn't really matter, a bunch of other things, a couple of gadgets. Obviously, there's not that many, a lot of quest items, a lot of these that I haven't used at all, sigils. Obviously, you get an extra one of these every time. In every area, there is one extra. I don't know why, but there is. Currently sitting on 20 Intertwine, 38 Acquaint. Fragile Resin, I don't use much of it unless I really need to, but I've used quite a bit in the past. I have earned quite a bit as well. And then I think I'm sitting like 2,400, 2,500 Primer Gems right now. I do not wish to pull whatsoever on the current banners or the next banners. I'm waiting for specific characters, and it may take a long time, but I'm perfectly fine just storing everything up until I get what I really want, because I am an impatient, patient person. It makes no sense, but when it comes to video games, I am patient. And then obviously when it comes to Saren Teapot, there's a lot of things that I've got in as well. 122. It's not really that much. I haven't got into the Saren Teapot because my Saren Teapot's a mess and I don't really care about it, to be honest. Other than that, there are some other things I could be covering in this video, like my TCG level, currently nearly level 5, I think, in TCG. Not something I use that much. I pretty much only play it for Battle Pass challenges. That's pretty much it, and I slowly level up there. Saren Teapot, I think, is like level 4.5, something around about there. I don't think there's anything else level-wise that I need to really cover. If I go to like my wishes, again, I've got like 38. I've never pulled a 5-star. I've done like 50 pulls on the standard wishes. I've never pulled a 5-star. And the only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I'm waiting until I actually want to do pulls on the main banner, and then I'll just add this into a video. So, content mind, you know what I mean? Again, 2,600, pretty much what I said in Primogem wise. I can earn quite a bit in quite a short amount of time through exploration. Again, everything else though, I don't know, my voice is going to be shot from all this talking. This video is probably going to be decently long, and it's going to take even longer to edit. That's fine though. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is me being an absolute no life when it comes to this game. I've done a lot, so the fact that I am out of breath and got a dry throat right now is no surprise to me, because there's a lot to talk about. I don't think I missed anything though, so I think that's pretty much the end of my showcase. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of my showcase. There's a lot of editing that I need to do for this video. If you guys made it to this point, well, you're a madman. And if you think I'm a madman for all of the grinding I've done in this game in the last two months, you're right, I am. But I'm fucking loving it, man. And COD, not so much, but this game keeps me sane whilst I grind COD on the side as well, and do all my other real-life human responsibility type things as well. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, I want to see more. Be sure to subscribe subscribe and smash the like. Yes, do the YouTuber friendly things that support my career. Until next time, y'all. Until the next video. I don't know what I'm posting next. I never know what I'm posting next. But until whatever I'm posting next, it's been your boy KingKeenan. Much love to you all. Have a good day. Great weekend. Great evening. Great month. Further. Okay. Peace.